Mm-hmm.
Oh god. A small part of me does not want to continue this. A very small part of me.
So, do you remember where we left off? Because I do.
You're right at the wedding. Like,
yes.
surprised.
When we last left off, Luigi was forced to get married to Wendy Okupa after being sold out by his brother in order to be making peace between kingdoms and such.
I don't want to do this.
Goodbye. Now I gotta bring up the freaking royalty-free jazz music again.
Oh god. No. Alright, you ready for that? Okay. Oh god. You have to put like in the title that like you're reading a fan fiction while I'm playing Call of Duty. Like, I'm grinding on while I'm playing Call of Duty multiplayer.
Oh, this one's a 4-hour mix.
Oh god. God.
Alright.
What?
Put these chips over to the side. Oh boy, it's got like some weird like old deterioration on it, like I'm listening to like an old record. Let me just find my place and we'll continue where we left off. Alright, next. Alright, here we go.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh god.
Here we go.
Oh god. Okay.
Change. Chapter 7. End of the day. It hasn't even started yet, man.
I don't want this.
It hasn't even started. We literally have not even started. I said the words chapter 7.
Right.
They didn't have They didn't have a wedding reception. Soon after the ceremony, they loaded up the wedding cakes Chef Torte made onto the Koopa Cruiser and began their way back to the Darklands. This is some really freaking snazzy music, Jesus. The newlyweds sat together, in a seat made for two. However, I'm gonna vomit. No words were exchanged between them. Wendy had her gaze on the window beside her, while Luigi had his gaze to the floor. Oh, Jesus Christ, we're getting specific with time values now. For the whole 3-hour and 45-minute flight ride home, neither one of them moved or said a word until they had finally reached the castle. The sun had already set, and nighttime was upon them. Wendy stood up and went straight to the exit, while Luigi stayed behind to grab his suitcases. He stepped out of the cruiser into the garage, where Bowser usually keeps his vehicles and airships, just in case he didn't know what a garage was. Stop it, you're ruining the atmosphere. I'm trying to freaking read.
Keep going. Just keep going. This is painful.
It's really freaking hard to read when there's guys constantly moaning in pain.
No, just
stop
don't
crying.
Mind me.
Stop crying. Stop crying.
I'm not crying.
Are you sure? Sounds like it.
Yes, I'm positive. I'm not crying.
I'm not crying. There's just rain on my face. Alright.
I'm not crying, it's just really heavily raining. So it's soaked through my... Okay, keep going.
After exiting the garage, Luigi stood in the middle of the hall. God dang it, man! You didn't do this all the time. Why are you screwing this up?
Why this guy first?
I want to point out I have read a total of 5 sentences, and you are already done with this.
I know, I just have to get really into the Call of Doodle real quick before I actually lose my mind. Okay, let's kill some people. Alright, keep going.
I swear to God. Alright. After exiting the garage, Luigi stood in the middle of the hall, unsure of where he had to go, or where he had to stay. Before long, Bowser appeared in front of him, and told him basically what he needed to know. You know, just in case you need... We can draw conclusions, sir. Please stop belittling us. Alright, plumber. Listen up and listen good, he said to him. You're in my house, and don't think for a minute that everything's gonna be fun and dainty, because it's not. Now you're married to someone of my clan. You're no longer under the protection of the treaty. As king, I can only dissolve this marriage, so don't you think for a second that your brother can help you out. Because the truth is, he can't. You belong to me, and me alone. You'll follow every order I give you, no matter what. You got that? Luigi nodded fearfully, distressed with what Bowser had just told him. He no longer had rights or anything to protect him from the Koopa King's wrath. He was property to Bowser now. A slave he could do whatever he wanted to. Okay, now this is starting to sound like freaking Yowie. This is straight up starting to sound like Yowie. I'm not gonna lie, this is straight up sounds like Yowie now. Good, he said.
I'm still glad I'm not listening to this.
Okay. Your new room will be with
actually,
Wendy.
I'm absorbing the information, but I'm not actively listening.
Tomorrow will be the start of your training. He turned around and walked down the hall. I suggest you get some sleep. Little plumber.
Training for what?
Because you're gonna need it. Oh man.
How are they training?
I don't know. Maybe if he freaking listen.
Training him.
So then he can be a good boy. I don't freaking know. It's been a long time, okay? Also, don't interrupt me while I'm reading! Just kidding. Alright. Next page.
This is torture.
Shut up. I'm not waterboarding you, man. Also, you called me, so you caused this to happen, not me.
Okay, go ahead. I will sit through my punishment.
Okay, whatever. Luigi wandered around the castle for a good hour before Kammy Koopa was nice enough to lead him to where Wendy's room was. He knocked on the door several times before the Pink Koopa made her effort to answer. What? She said. Her eyes were only on Kammy before sliding over to Luigi. What's he doing here? He has to be staying with you. Mistress? Says who? Says your father. Wendy growled, but didn't argue further. She turned and left, leaving the door open for whomever to come in. Kammy gestured to Luigi inside, bringing the closed door behind him, bidding him a small goodnight as she did so. Luigi continued to stand by the door as he watched Wendy fume around. Her room was 3 times bigger than his, and with a king-sized bed. A private bathroom, not a pirate bathroom. That'd be amazing. She has a pirate-themed bathroom. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And a huge walk-in closet.
A huge walk-in closet?
Yes.
Yes, I always wanted a huge walk-in closet.
Yes, it's the old lady who lived in a shoe. The big one.
But she's huge.
Huge.
Right,
after she disappeared inside. Oh my god, the amount of freaking broken English is really starting to just build up. After she disappeared inside, say, closet. Allow me to just go ahead and correct that. After she disappeared into said closet, Luigi developed the courage to step in further. He paused when he nearly stepped on her wedding dress, disregarding it on the floor. He carefully stepped over it and made his way to the bed. He placed the suitcase down and sat on the bed with a tired sigh. The bed was really soft and looked comfortable enough for a good night's sleep. And something desperately he needed right now. What do you think you're doing? Luigi jumped and turned around to the closet. Wendy stood there, wearing a small pink and purple and white gown. Her eyes narrowed in anger and her arms crossed in disapproval. Getting ready for bed? Luigi replied meekly. Wendy sneered. Not with me, you're not. Just because we're married doesn't mean we have to share the same bed. Now get off! Luigi jumped off the bed like he'd caught on fire. He stepped away from it until until he stood in the middle of the room.
I just imagine Luigi on fire.
Okay. He stood in the middle of the room. Wendy sighed in frustration and pulled some things out from the closet. Here. Luigi looked up just in time to see a pillow getting thrown at him. He caught it in midair but was unaware of the blanket that came after. It hit him gently and fell on the floor, half opened. Find some place to sleep here, she ordered. You can use my bathroom, but don't use any of my shampoos, got it? Lady, you don't got hair. What are you talking about? You don't have... That's not in the story, but god dang it, she don't got no hair. How is she supposed to have shampoo without hair?
I should have said don't. How do you shampoo your weave? You don't gotta weave.
I mean, it's true though. It's just this lady has no hair. How does she? She doesn't need shampoo. Is it shampoo that makes hair grow? What is it? That would be fantastic.
Is it like?
He nodded quickly. Satisfied, Wendy walked over to her bed, hopping in to get some rest. The day had been long and miserable. Right now, she wanted to sleep her problems away before she had to face them again by tomorrow. Luigi remained standing in his spot while he watched Wendy get ready for bed. When she settled in, she turned off the lights, not caring if Luigi needed them or not. The green plumber let out a small sigh as he gathered his things and tried to make his way around in the dark. Once in the bathroom, he changed from his black suit into his pajamas and brushed his teeth. After that, he exited the bathroom and looked for a place to sleep. He found a fuzzy mat on the floor and moved it over to a spot with some open room. It was a poor substitute for a bed, but he wasn't going to complain. He fluffed up his pillow and placed it under his head. He grabbed his blanket and covered his body from the cold as he tried to sleep and get as comfortable as he could get. He sighed and stared at the ceiling above him. His first day living with Bowser's and things had already gone downhill. He couldn't go home. He was stuck in a marriage he didn't want. And it was basically somebody else's property. And to make matters worse, he's yet to even experience Bowser's formal training, which he starts tomorrow. He sighed and rolled over to his side. He might as well try to get some sleep for the new day. He had a feeling that Bowser wasn't going to go easy on him. End of chapter. Huh.
Oh boy.
First chapter where we didn't have an author note.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yay!
What are you talking about? The last chapter author note was fantastic. It was Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, alright, yeah.
It was
Go ahead and check. I am going to be consistently curious if people are actually watching this, so you should probably just keep that
Nah.
tabbed.
Nope.
Keep it tabbed.
Also, I already do.
Is there anybody watching or no?
No.
Or like nobody would watch this bull crap.
Oh man, we got an author note. Sorry for the short chapters. Beginnings were never my strong suit, nor are endings. Oh boy, that sounds like a good sign. This one's longer than the last, 2,000 words or more. Hope you enjoy it. Chapter 8. Training begins.